As you can see, the scenery around me is very different. I have safely landed in New York. I'm in my hotel room because it just started some torrential rain downpour. It's 45 degrees and it's raining heavily. I don't get this place already, but that's not what this video is about. We're going to be covering the two games today. I think going forward, it's going to be a bit more structured. I think because obviously I'm 5 hours behind you guys now, my games are going to finish around, midnight, which will be 5 a.m. for you. Maybe I just do morning recaps. I'm not sure. Either way, the America game, I'm not going to keep you guys waiting until 5 a.m. So today, we're going to cover, of course, Korea against Czechia, and then Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Of course, if you haven't already, this feels a bit weird now. There's nothing behind me. I don't want no plaque there. It's a TV. Imagine that being the 100k plaque though. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you appreciate me still getting you videos out in America, don't worry, there's going to be bare content on TikTok, YouTube, IG, so everywhere. Follow me up. But let's speak about the Korea game because I hate to say it, but unfortunately this time we're one goal away from perfect in both matches. Korea, it was all about the two guys that we mentioned potentially not starting. Will they be starting? Are they going to be fully fit? We don't know. Well, they were fit, and Korea really impressed. In particular, of course, the two names that we're familiar with, Kang In Lee and Kim Min Jae at the back. We were talking about, listen, as great as Kang In Lee is, he's fantastic. At PSG, he's not been getting minutes. He's going to be sharp. Oh boy, was he sharp. This guy was doing little dribble, showing for the ball, being creative, pinging it about. The Korean football that I was watching, I said, hey, I was really impressed. And then you had, again, at the other end, Kim Min Jae, kind of out of favor at Bayern, pressing up high, pushing up high, winning the ball on the halfway line, giving it to Kang In Lee, saying, broski, you're the guy. Just, go and do what you do best. So he actually set him up for a chance. 25-yarder, long shot. Obviously didn't go in. But again, I was really impressed. Maybe you could argue their main man, Heung-min Son, wasn't really at the races. He was one of the ones that was not firing. Maybe if it was, FIFA 18 Player of the Month Son, it'll be a different story. But the current Son that we saw, I don't know. A few too many, missed chances. A couple of shots saved as well. And after all that, I speak about all this Korean dominance. I was really impressed. They were playing so well with everyone at their max levels. But we know what can happen in this game. It's something that I said was going to happen. Czechia said, you know what? Hold that, bang. Set piece, a long throw. All it took is one long throw and a bullet header, and suddenly it's 1-0. And you guys know my score prediction for this one was 1-1. Well, luckily for me, the game continued after that Krejci bullet header. And it's, again, South Korea. They react well. They said, okay, no problem. We're not going to panic. We're still in this game. We're in control. Let's go and make something happen. And lo and behold, one of the underrated players of this game, someone that I've not spoken about yet, but definitely deserves his plaudits, is Hwang In Byom. This guy, the way he was playing, he's a final player, by the way, if you don't know, Eredivisie. The way he was playing, you'd be forgiven for thinking that he is the star of the show. He is what Heung-min Son is, I guess, to the actual nation and whatnot over the last, decade. He basically sat down the Czechia players for like good boys, teach them a lesson in the art of composure and finishing. Because he receives the ball, again, the intricate link-up plays, I was really moved by the Korean football. This time, they get it inside the left-hand channel. He takes a touch. The keeper comes flying. The defenders go flying. No one knows where anything is, except, of course, he himself, who then just delicately caresses it into the bottom right corner. 1-1. You're thinking, okay, fair enough. Am I going to get my perfect? I mean, I wouldn't mind because it all went as planned, right? I said South Korea will be the better team. They're going to show footballistically they're above Czechia, but the Czechia dominance aerially, you can't ignore it. Remember I gave you the fact about the towers and whatnot? Well, we saw those towers again, and we did in fact see Souček doing the helicopter. I can't quite do it because I'm going to move around. Actually, to be fair, I can do. I've got the, by the way, you man, I bought the DJI Osmo something. I don't even know what you call it, you man, but for the sake of you guys and content, look at the money that I'm spending. Is it even 4K? I don't even know what it looks like. This is my first time recording on it, so it might come out terrible. Let me know how the audio is. But again, I'm sidetracking because this is about the Souček golazo, the header that we said he's going to score. But unfortunately, the helicopter, maybe the landing was a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it didn't quite happen as planned because he was offside from the free kick. So no goal. And then Korea go up the other end, minute 77. They get, the Souček goal was minute 77. They go up the other end afterwards. They're still playing those balls in behind the fullback and the C-back. Look at what I'm doing, bro. Bear in mind, it's been an 8-hour flight, so I'm a little bit tired. I've literally just got to my hotel and I'm recording for you guys. again, let's continue. The ball goes inside the right-hand side channel, whips it across, and then great finish from who? Our player. I can't even do bum or fa. So just pretend that I've got it for now, and then I'm going to think of how to fix it for tomorrow's vids and the ones following that. Because we said our player to watch for Korea, first and foremost. If Kang In Lee and Kim Min Jae are fit, then they can be calm, but I didn't think they would be, so I thought they'd draw. But then I said, Oh Hyun Ju, our star player, our player to watch in particular, goes and grabs the winner. A cutback, right place, right time, 2-1. Listen, there were even more set pieces afterwards, literally like a crazy cat save from the Korean goalkeeper to keep it 2-1. But Korea get their win, and then we move on to one of our hosts, Canada up against Bosnia. This one, I'll be honest with you, I missed like the first 15 or so minutes. I was literally just landing, but the moment I landed and I had my data, I said, all right, let me lock in and see what's happening here. So I didn't actually realize that Bosnia had the first chance of the game. A bit of a half chance of it. I'm not going to count it as a real chance. A bit of a half chance. Again, kind of squandered it. But I speak about being impressive. This game was almost a bit like a deja vu to me, because in the way that South Korea were popping it about and playing football, so were Canada. Now, I said that in this game, Canada will end their long streak of never getting a single point, right? They've lost every game in their World Cup career. I said that comes to an end today, but I said they'd win. And unfortunately, these guys started trolling, right? Because aside from that one Bosnia chance, it was all Canada. But guess who was at the scene of the crime every single time? Jonathan David. Again, can I get a fart? No, just pretend that it's there in it. Like in spirit, pretend that I've pressed that button. You guys can tell when I'm pressing it anyway. He's missing chances. They're trolling, but they're playing well. Again, I'm saying they're popping it about. Oluwaseyi had some lovely, to be fair, the dribbling was in the second half. But again, in general, some good touches. The finishing, yeah, maybe not so much. But in general, I was liking what I was seeing from Czechia. It was from Canada rather. But it was a very physical game. The Bosnians, they were flying into tackles, as were the Canadians though. And then here's the thing. I mentioned deja vu from the South Korea Czechia game. The same thing happens again. Because for all that dominance, one corner, whipped in, Kolasinac flick on, and then bang, 1-0 to Bosnia. Canada stunned, because you're thinking, bro, we can't really have played much better than that. That was as good as it gets in terms of a performance, and they're 1-0 down at half-time. Now, second half, again, they came out, continued to fight. I mentioned the Oluwaseyi dribble, lovely little touches here and there to just get past people, but the cutbacks, something was lacking a little bit. And I did say, to be fair, I'm not overly keen on the strikers in terms of they are names that we know of. Again, we'll speak about another guy later, to be fair, because, you know, we'll give it a little my bad or whatever. But then there's some like Jonathan David who I don't understand how he has the hype that he does. Maybe Fabrizio is the reason. I don't know who started it, but definitely he was having a really bad game. There was a cheeky little potential red card where the keeper comes flying out, punches the ball, and then wipes up my man as well. I'm thinking, you're a little bit lucky, because yes, you've got the ball fair and square, no problem. But you've battered my man with both fists, bro. I'm talking like a Muhammad Ali levels, obviously, or even, I don't even know who else we can use, because this was quite violent. But again, gets away with it. But still, Canada were playing some lovely, intricate footy. Again, I'm not used to seeing this from Canada, you know. Like, and listen, I've been watching World Cup since, well, the very first one, 1930, for those of us who remember. Obviously, Uruguay flying them times. But Canada, they were really playing well. But again, in front of goal, trolling, missing chances. And then a chance where they probably should have scored, because more football, intricate link up. We have a Laie, or I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm pronouncing like he's Ghanaian. I don't know even what this guy's name is. He's a fullback anyway, maybe playing the Fonzie role. Again, granted, my prediction was based on the fact that you guys were saying he was fit. He wasn't fit, so, you know, my 1-0, I don't know about that one. But anyway, he has a great chance, slips it in. To be fair, he does everything he can really do. He whips it round the keeper, it's going in, and then Kolasinac, the same dude that the last time you saw him, he was either getting chased out the arena in Germany, or he was chasing the guy that tried to rob Mesut Ozil and his family. It's been that long and he's still there playing. He clears it off the line with, I'm not going to call it luck, because he knows what he's doing, obviously, and he's attempted to do that, but it's any other day, that could easily be an own goal. He volleys it, basically, smashes it onto his own crossbar, it bounces out, and they survive. It's still 1-0. You're thinking, okay, Jonathan David, your performance here, you're doing nothing. You're having to get the left backs, and, you know, you stack yours, popping some shots here and there, get rid of it. So he actually gets a stinker and hooked. He comes off, Cowlaring comes on, and then fair play. The footy is, bro, it's one-touch football. You'd be forgiven for thinking that you're watching Barcelona. That's how nuts it was. One-touch footy, ping, 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 little scoop over the top, one touch, and bang. 1-1 Canada, they get their first goal of the tournament. It's looking like their first point in World Cup history. And they almost got 3. Cowlaring again, 96th minute, but this time it's a last-ditch block again. Like I said, they were flying into tackles, into blocks, in a good spirited way, right? It wasn't like wild and violent. It was just two countries that were very passionate about, you know, their team. So big up to both teams. 1-1 draw. I had Canada 1-0. Another game I had 1-1. So I'm 1 goal away in both of them. Unfortunate, but like I said, match day 1, round 1, it's all about seeing how they're going to play, how they're going to adapt, what's going to happen. Big up the Mexico fans as well, by the way, in general, for just backing whatever team is playing, because obviously we know about the stadiums not being very full. But yeah, that's it from me, you guys. That's the 2 games. So I'm going to cover the USA game probably in the morning. I'm going to figure out the schedule. I'm here for 5 days and I'm going to Toronto and then Ghana. So let me know how the quality is. Let me know what videos you want to see. I've got so many TikToks and short videos planned. So go follow me on IG and stuff for the behind the scenes. Have a wonderful night. I guess it is for you guys. In a bit. Bosh.